Anthony on Air Podcast. Welcome in for another episode brought to you by our good pals, our new pals over at Jumpstart Coffee Company. More on them in a second. Link in the description below. We're talking about Epstein and his sweetheart deal, how it is literally screwing all of his victims.
Figuratively.
Mike Richards fired. Kanye has cheated on Kim. The story just broke. We'll share it with you. Joe Rogan has the vid. The weatherman attack. Jay Leno returning to daily television. The New York Mets are a mess. Mitch McConnell has defended Joe Biden. Craziness.
Never thought I'd see that day.
Elton John has a new album coming out. You're going to want to hear this. It's basically got everybody in music involved. And Frank's brother's birthday is a huge pain in my rear end. We'll talk about all of that.
You're just a sad, just negative guy. That's what that comes down to.
I am not.
Negative.
False.
Maybe not sad, but negative.
Agreeing with you. I really feel bad for the Epstein victim. I mean, I always did. But the latest story here, Courtney Wild has been in a lawsuit basically what she is saying is the sweetheart deal that Epstein got violates the Federal Crime Victims' Rights Act, meaning that you can't give somebody like Epstein such a great sweetheart deal because it violates the victim's rights. Here's the problem. She's lost this fight so far because of a technicality. The Epstein agreed. He had a plea deal his first time. So although there was a 53-page indictment prepared on Epstein in 2007, the prosecutors never actually filed it because he took a plea deal. So they never actually indicted him. Therefore, technically, he never actually had victims. That's not the greatest way of saying it, but because there was no indictment, there was no.
He wasn't charged with anything.
He
right?
took a plea deal. So there was
So he was. A plea deal means doesn't that mean you're pleading guilty and you're getting a lesser?
You're accepting lesser charges, but he basically he pled to 2 counts of prostitution. It had nothing to do with the 30 plus some odd women that he did all these things to. So she sued, I believe in 2008 or 2009. She sued to have this, basically reversed. And the decision came down in April. She sued, she lost, she appealed. In April, a 7-4 decision went against her because of this technicality. What's interesting is basically everything we've come to discover about him has been because of this lawsuit. A lot of the information that we've been able to get has come because things were released from this, lawsuit. So we knew why he got, or he knew how he got the sweetheart deal. We knew what the sweetheart deal involved. If that wasn't the case, if she never filed this lawsuit, a lot of this stuff on him, a lot of the dirt on him would have never come out, would have never been made public. So I find that to be pretty darn interesting. She's not done just yet. She's got one more move left in her back pocket, and I'll tell you what that is right after we talk about our good pals over at Jumpstart Coffee Company. Phenomenal, Frank. I actually have, I don't know if I could pull this off.
Ooh, in the Anthony on Air mug.
In the Anthony on Air mug.
There it is.
I'm going to wind up pouring half of this out.
We got it. We see it.
I should put it, I should have put it in a clear mug. There's something so, what's the word I'm looking for? Luxurious about it. It's just buttery and smooth. Yeah, it's really
rich, creamy. Now
it is.
Is
delightful.
It like? Is there are you? Because it's nighttime when we're doing this. Is it?
Yeah.
Decaf? Is it
No.
caffeinated?
I'm caffeinated all the way, baby.
You got it. You're staying hyper.
All right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got to stay alert.
That doesn't work on me. The drinking the coffee late. I'll have coffee. People go, "Oh, I can't have coffee past 4 o'clock." I never got that. Not me.
Yeah. I once had, I think, 2 Red Bulls right in a row and fell asleep right after it. I don't know what it is. My body processes. I don't know about caffeine, but sugar.
You're broken.
I know.
You're just broken. Yeah, no, and in fact, little known fact about me, I like a 2 o'clock is my coffee time. 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That seems like a fine coffee time. That's a good.
Yeah. I'm not
Pick
so
me
much
up
a
time.
morning coffee guy as I am a 2 o'clock in the afternoon coffee guy.
You need that extra jump start.
That little jump step. Oh, I see what you did there.
It's not just a clever name.
We love Jumpstart Coffee Company, not just because of the delicious. And by the way, yeah, I've talked about this before. We did our due diligence. We went around. We had a lot of people interested in taking this little, premier sponsorship spot on our show. There was another coffee company that was really good. In fact, it was really close. But what we love about Jumpstart is 50% of what they make over there, they're given over to the Navy SEALs Foundation, specifically the ongoing support of veterans and their families, particularly because of their transition programs, as they go back to become veterans, basically. So they're donating 50% of the company's profits.
That is a huge chunk.
Huge chunk. And I remember going with my wife, we went to Folgers. We just to have our daily coffee, needs in the house. We didn't like any of these things that you could get in the supermarket. That's why we started looking at the internet, for coffee solutions years ago. We found one, but they kind of stopped making it. I don't even know what it was called. I forget what it was called. I don't know what it doesn't really matter. And then we went on the search again for this, and we found
Morning Thunder.
We love it. Morning Thunder. And if you order right now at the link in the description below or the link on the homepage at anthonyonair.com and use the promo code AOA15, you can save 15% off your order. That doesn't affect the 50% that's going over to the Navy SEALs. We've already had some people jumping on this already from the first show, which was
Excellent.
last show. So we appreciate that so much. Keep it up. You support Jumpstart Coffee Company. Not only are you supporting the coffee company, this podcast, and Navy SEALs.
What could be better?
What could be better?
I don't know how many more things you want to support, but this is a good start.
Thank you. We can't possibly. There's no room to support anybody else.
No.
Also, I just thought of this. You'll be supporting your caffeine habit.
That's true.
So that's four things.
That's a lot of things.
That's a lot of things. Jumpstart Coffee Company, we appreciate everything that they're doing. We're so happy and lucky to have them on board. We thank them for doing that. Order now. Link in the description of this episode, whether you're watching or listening, and no matter where you're watching or listening from. Also, the banner is over there at anthonyonair.com. Let's bring in our pumps expert. That is Jay Sabs. What up, Jay Sabs?
Definitely. Caffeine and pumps expert. That's me. There's no one else. Sorry.
Just caffeine and pumps. That's what we're gonna.
There's a T-shirt.
That's really a shirt. Caffeine and pumps.
I mean,
yeah, that's pretty good.
I definitely wear that one.
By the way, remind me, we got invited to participate in something very big that I'm very excited about that I don't want to talk about just yet because there's still a chance it won't happen.
Is it Comic-Con?
No, but it's very exciting. You probably won't be excited, but it is kind of a big deal.
It's probably going to be a total boner killer for me, but okay.
Yeah. Let's just say very few get to participate in this sort of a thing. The only other person I'm aware of that does this is Joe Rogan. So.
Oh, so it's a bukkake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this an eyes wide shut type of thing?
No.
I'm already a part of one, and I don't want to be involved with it.
Obviously.
You people have a poor opinion of Joe Rogan. Jesus. Wrapping up the Epstein thing. What did I have to say here, Frank? I forgot. What was I? She's going to. She's the end of the story.
She's not done yet. Yeah.
She's not done yet. They are making an appeal, and they're trying to get the Supreme Court involved.
Very good.
The idea being that the Supreme Court is the only court that could actually kind of step above and rule and basically, because what happens with these things, like the appeals court goes against her and they basically say, we know this is wrong, but this is the law and we have to abide by it. Whereas the Supreme Court can actually make a ruling and change the interpretation of laws and rules.
Right.
So keep that in mind.
How you doing there, Jay Sabs?
So that's
Keep me
that.
awake.
You need some Jumpstart Coffee Company there, Jay Sabs, is what
I
you
do.
need. We got some on the way to your house, though, by the way. Did we get for Frank?
You better get from me, the biggest caffeine freak on the show. Hello.
I don't know why you got a giant light shining in your face that we could all see.
Oh, yeah, we could see. Yeah, what's going on there? There
we
go.
go.
Oh, you look good, too. That's better than it was a second ago.
Lights, professional lighting.
I mean,
the Mets acting general manager, Zack Scott, just got busted on a drunk driving charge up in White Plains.
And you got the wrong banner up, my friend.
Oh, I do. Son of a bitch.
There it is.
Talk about Mike Richards in a second.
here's the thing about famous people. Okay, obviously, and people, not just famous people, people who have money.
They're drunk.
You have money.
Yes.
Can't you just fucking order an Uber? Can't you just hire someone, like, drive me around? Like,
Or as my mom likes to say, call an Uber.
oh, my mother says Uber too. Uber.
We'll call
I'm like,
Uber.
it's Uber.
Yeah, but does she
Uber.
say call? Because you never
Yeah,
really call.
yeah, exactly. That she does say call an Uber.
How do you
Call
think
it
these
Uber.
people hold on to their money? They're not spending their money on Ubers. They're driving themselves.
Here's the thing with this. Although I agree with Jay Sab's sentiment for the most part, this guy was driving a Toyota, so not exactly sure how much money there is there.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
also,
makes sense. Makes sense now. Go ahead.
he's the interim GM.
Oh,
He's replaced the last GM. What the hell was his name? Jared Porter or something like that.
so he
and
can't afford an
I
Uber.
can't keep track.
He lost his job because he was texting nasty stuff to a female reporter.
What was he texting again?
I think he was texting some dick pics. I think he was sending her like
Man.
dick pics.
There should be when you get phone, like when they make phone cameras, camera phones. No, but the camera that lives inside the phone. It should be like
How old are you?
when it recognizes a wiener.
A cock.
It should like have a thing in it that blurs it out.
A cock filter? Are you
A
proposing
cock,
a cock
filter. There should be a cock filter on all
Why?
camera phones.
Why?
Unless, yeah.
You're trying to
There are
ruin
people
Janine's
who
Saturday night? That's not
That's
Yeah,
fun.
really.
true.
Come on. What
That's a
Frank
good
is the definition of a boner killer right now.
Yeah.
Well, we have less of these. Yeah, I didn't think that.
Here's the
people
thing.
want
Here's the
that,
thing. Here's the
I
thing.
guess.
Here's the thing with
Look,
dick
does
pics.
anybody really want a dick pic? I mean, are
From
there
what I
women?
hear, Jay Sabs gets one every afternoon from her husband.
Yeah.
That's their little
Yeah,
lunchtime
but are they
tradition.
invited,
Obviously.
or does he just send them to you and you're like, ugh?
Listen.
Invited.
Okay.
Frank, I
okay.
think they're demanded. I don't think he wants to do it anymore.
So then you should buy the husband and wife plan, and they deactivate the penis filter.
The blur.
Bonus cock data? Go ahead, Jenny.
Right.
I'd say about of all dick pics, I'd say about 30 to 40% are not wanted. The rest are. Sorry.
You think the majority of them are warranted?
Yeah, and
Or
I think
wanted?
girls are like, I don't want
Maybe.
to see a dick pic. But really, they're like, I want to see a dick pic.
Yeah.
40% though is a high number for unwanted penis pics.
Mm.
That's a high number.
I would.
Okay,
I would
then I
put
change it to
higher.
25.
No, I would. I would
25
have
to
gone
30.
higher. I would go higher.
Yeah.
You think like half?
I would.
I think
say,
people are lying to themselves. Go ahead.
I would say 50 to 60 are unwanted, and around 99% are falsely represented.
I was in the pool.
Because you got to get. We've
Or like
all
this.
been there. We were kind of like, you got. Wait, let me just get the proper angle. And
Now, is there like etiquette? Because you know when you take a selfie, you have to like go up in the air and it looks down, so you don't look like you have a double chin. Is there like a correct angle for?
you know what
Wiener
it is.
pics?
Don't
I
pretend.
know.
like you
He's
don't know.
acting like he doesn't send his wife
Yeah.
2 dick pics a day.
I like to put the camera on the floor and press the button with my toe
Oh,
Yeah.
so you like
and,
to send
and
like
get that King Kong, point of view.
100%. 100%. You got to take it. It's got to be at that proper.
I won't even tell you.
fucking illustrate this right now. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Yep, here
It's
we go.
gotta be. You gotta kind of get it at the because you can't like depth perception, so you can't really tell just how short it really is. That's kind of. So it looks like that could be really long. You don't really know how long that is.
So it's
Well,
all lies.
I'm gonna go even further.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
I'm gonna go even further.
Yeah, that's what she said. Go ahead.
My friend, who is a homosexual male, said that
Some would argue always, but go ahead.
What?
he said dick pics are not really what people send these days. It's actually pictures of their butthole, which is also my daughter's favorite word at the moment.
Is that right?
So
That's adorable. That's hysterical and adorable all at the same time.
How do you even get that angle? That's not an easy picture to take.
well, he showed me at work once how
What?
he could get that angle. Yep.
The butthole
Man,
angle?
that office you worked in.
Frank, I could write a book. It's going to become a Netflix series. You heard it here first.
This is surprising to me because I got to be honest with you. All buttholes basically look the same, whereas
Or you think.
the peen or the vagine, that's the difference. There's personality there, whereas the butthole is pretty uniform.
He would tell me that he would get requested to take his beehole pic.
Is that right?
That's a tall order.
That's
a
a
hard
bold
one to
move.
get.
Yep.
Wait,
You got to have like
wait.
a series.
Hold
It's
on.
got to be like a series of mirrors I have to set up then, like at least 7 mirrors to get that angle.
We need some clarification. Is this in lieu of the peen, or because here's the thing: if I've already if you've already sent me number 1, then okay, I'll ask for number 2. I get it. But if you're just starting off with number 2,
Like right out the gate.
yeah.
No, it's like, I want to see a picture of your butthole. Can you send it to me?
All right, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I've never. Let me take Jumpstart Coffee's thing off the thing for this.
This
I'm
is
not
this
They'd be
sure.
is
proud of this.
we went from Mets a mess to taking pictures of your butthole. All right, let's go back.
In fairness, the Mets are the butthole of Major League Baseball, so
It's a fair assessment.
yeah, and not the good butthole, but like
No.
I just took a diarrhea poop
Oh.
butthole.
Oh, that's not good. That's a
That's
bad
it.
butthole.
I find that interesting though that the gay community is asking for butthole pics. That's not something I
Is
saw
that
coming.
just the gay community, or is that like a thing now for like, are like dick pics a thing of the past and they've moved on to?
Well, I've got to think that straight dudes can ask chicks for it, actually, and vice
Right,
versa.
that's what I'm saying.
Lesbians, can
Everybody's
ask
got
another
one.
lesbian for it.
You know, so why? You know,
That's what I'm
everybody
saying.
can ask.
They're all the same. Who would care? I don't even know who would really care.
You know what's
I don't
funny?
know.
Like, I literally said these words to my daughter yesterday. Yes, everybody has a butthole.
Just take the picture of the underside of a pumpkin. It's fine. Send that.
Yeah.
Frank.
That's all you need.
No, the funniest representation of a butthole to me is the balloon knot. That to me,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
so
Aw.
accurate.
That's pretty perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's very accurate. Anyway, fuck the Mets. They're a mess.
Yeah. So he's what? Drunk driving? He got arrested for?
Drunk driving in a Toyota. So I don't even know if they're really paying that guy everything that he's worth.
A Toyota what? Does it matter?
It doesn't say.
probably a Prius.
It's a Toyota.
Save the
Either way,
world.
it's a fucking Toyota. I mean, even if it's the
They
highest
make
end
trucks
Toyota.
and stuff. I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. Fuck him.
drunk
Mike
driving.
Richards got flat out fired. Can you believe this shit? He stepped down from the Jeopardy hosting job because of that shit he said, but he was still going to be the executive producer of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. And then they went and fired him. Actually, Suzanne Preet, she's the executive vice president of business and strategy, which
That's
I
made
don't.
up.
Yeah, I don't know how that, like, you would think somebody in programming would take the wheel on this one, but she was the one who fired him. In a memo to the staff, she said she would also be taking a more active day-to-day role in the shows moving forward.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? Mike Richards had like an image problem now, and it's, you know,
Well, she said
it's not a
we
dumb
hoped-
move on her end. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, God, I disagree. She said we had hoped that Mike, when Mike stepped down from the host position at Jeopardy, it would have minimized the disruption and internal difficulties we have all experienced these last few days. That clearly has not happened. Here's the problem. It used to be people would get up on their high and mighty horse and complain on Twitter. Now what you see happening, and clearly by what she said is happening here, these people are inside these organizations. So you don't only have people screaming from outside on Twitter. Now you have these people that are inside the company going, this isn't right. This shouldn't be this way. And they're not happy now until somebody gets fired.
Yep.
Because they feel powerless and useless, which they most likely are both. And this is
they kind of just look for it. They kind of look for
their
it.
one chance, right? This is their one chance to feel like, look at what I did,
Look
everybody.
what I did, yeah.
I disagree. Because let's say this happened in the 50s or 60s. Nobody would know because there was no social media. If this guy said something somewhere, nobody ever found out about it. The only difference is that it's widespread and he said it to a large audience because of social media. So if we went back to the 50s or 60s and everybody at his office found out that he said all this crazy stuff, people would probably not want him around them anymore.
But what he said wasn't that crazy. I mean, we talked about it. Remember?
I don't even remember what he said, but it was.
He called the one girl a show booth hoe. I forget even what he said.
Booth hoe.
A booth hoe.
Yeah,
she was at the show there, the trade show.
Right. So he called some woman a hoe, and it wasn't a friend, right? It was just some.
It was like one of the co-hosts on this podcast from like 8 fucking years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I mean.
Again, didn't the guy lose enough? He lost a hosting gig. Let him go back behind the scenes and just do his job, what he's good at. No, that's not good enough because God knows who in the fucking accounting department was like, this is wrong, and I'm going to take a stand.
See, no, I don't think it was that. I think it was just public opinion of this guy kind of swayed in a negative light. And
yeah, but she said it. She goes, we had hoped that when Mike stepped down from the host position, it would have minimized the disruption and internal difficulties we have all experienced these last few weeks. That clearly has not happened.
Okay, so there was problems internally in the office. Obviously, this was causing some issues. The only way to get rid of it, I guess, was to, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that it was just easier to let go of one guy than to, I guess, I don't know. It was just an easy out. Yeah, it might be wrong, but
this feels like the same thing that Rogan has to deal with Spotify, with everybody being up in arms because he just doesn't go along with what their view of the world is. It's like I don't know what happened where we all expected that we all have to be happy and have the world be exactly how we want it to be at every single fucking moment. Like it doesn't really work that way.
No, that's not. It's about. Like if you work for a company and the representative of your company is walking around saying all some crazy shit, are you going to be like, yeah, I work for that company?
Yeah, but it was different. Okay, do you remember when the girl got fired from Disney?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that whole thing?
For what?
That was just...
It was still crazy. She was pro-Trump or some stupid... I forget even what her thing was. But that was different because they went to her and they asked her, hey... Can you stop doing this? That's a different story. If they ask you not to do, if they went to him and like, can you not call women booth hoes? And then he went on to do it. All right, different story. But this is digging up bullshit from 8 years ago that nobody fucking heard or would even know about unless some hall monitor went and found it and put it out for everybody to
hall monitor. I
don't solely ruin somebody.
I don't blame this. My stance on it is I don't blame the people for digging up stuff.
Hold on a second. My wife's getting naked. Wait.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. We'll take that out in post. Go ahead, Frank.
Okay, good.
I think she's taking a butthole picture, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't.
With your parents next door, now it's even getting more.
But we almost got divorced this morning because I found a strange man's underwear in my underwear drawer. It almost went down.
And how did that resolve?
I was pissed.
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. Janine's 45 years old and muted herself, and now we can't hear her.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now we can. Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
It was a flash flood warning, life-threatening situation.
I got the same thing.
I guess I'm fucked.
You're good. It definitely will be the Anthony on Air show, and that's it.
Could be the Anthony on Air, Frankie and Janine Underwater show.
I mean,
If you go to your OnlyFans page, it'll be a flash flood.
There we go.
but
Anyway,
Thanks for saving me. Anyway,
Nice.
turns out it was my father's underwear. Just a laundry mix-up. Go ahead,
See,
Frank. You were
that's
saying.
messed up.
ooh, can you wear it for her?
My stance is, as long as, again,
I got mad
feel-
at her because I was like, my balls almost hit where my father's balls are. I can't have that
See,
happening.
now, how do you know?
None of this should be discussed on this show. Go ahead, Frank.
No. See, I don't even think everybody remembers what I was talking about.
No.
It
No.
doesn't even matter
Next,
anymore.
next,
what I
next
was gonna
subject.
say.
Can we move
Next
to the
subject.
next topic?
Keep it
Because you're
going.
clearly wrong anyway. Does it matter?
I'm not wrong.
Do you want to finish
If it
what
comes
you're
up,
saying?
if someone comes up with something that you said a million years ago, all you got to do, I feel like, is you apologize sincerely, they forgive you, and life goes on. That's
He
the way
did
it should be.
apologize. I'm sure he did.
Well,
I'm
then-
sure he didn't stand there and go, I'm not apologizing for this.
I haven't seen any statement, but maybe he did. I don't know. But if he did, and the woman involved was like, yeah, whatever, then he should even keep his Jeopardy show.
Well,
You
that's
know,
what's crazy. The person complaining, I don't know if it's a woman or a man complaining, but it wasn't even it's not the woman that he was talking about. It wasn't her.
Yeah, so she said he should be like, all right, I'm sorry that you know, if I offended anyone, and that's it. The people who are offended should go, all right, we forgive you, and then it should be, all right, here's your job again. I mean, it should be, as long as it's forgiven and forgotten, just move on. I mean, why do we have to hold things?
You're creating a problem because you know
No, I'm
and
not.
I know that someday Janine is going to be in this exact situation, and we're going to have to defend her, and you're going to be made to look like a huge hypocrite.
How?
Thank you.
You're
What are you
welcome.
talking about? No, as long as if Janine apologizes and is sincere, then everybody should forgive.
She's not going
Here's
to.
here's my problem with that.
And if she does, it's
If
not
you're
gonna be
sincerely
sincere.
sorry.
She won't be.
If the person
Depends on what it
didn't
is.
do anything wrong, right? If the person doesn't think that they did anything wrong, then why should they have to apologize? Because
don't
you know that you've gotten into fights with people, and people have been like, "Oh, I did not do
Yeah.
anything wrong, so I'm not apologizing."
Well, sometimes you got to suck it up and be the bigger person and apologize and just move,
So you know what this means? Frank says sorry to every fight. Boom.
No, I don't really get into fights that much. That's where I, you know. But if I do, you know, hey, listen, we were both, you know, I try
The
to.
thing is, too, like-
I'm a in my family especially. I try to be the peacemaker. I try to bring everybody together. I try. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we all just want to paraphrase, we all just
He was
want to
going to
get
say
along.
get along. I knew he was
Right.
going to say that.
But I'm just saying, I mean, people have to have jobs. People have to get on with their lives. If we want to all move on and everybody's sick of woke culture and all this cancel culture stuff, fine. Apologize. Then you have to forgive. Once someone says they're sorry and means it, you have nothing to say anymore except you're forgiven, or I don't forgive you if it's something really serious.
By the way, I love giving out an unsincere apology. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sure you don't.
hand
Sometimes
those
you got to
out.
suck it up
You know
and do
what?
it.
I'm sorry.
Sincere or not, you just
I'm
got to.
sorry.
It's got to come out. You got to
That's
say.
my wife. I've said before. I go, if I apologize, well, this not with her, but with like other people. I go, if I just say I'm sorry, will this end this whole fucking thing?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. People just say it just to say it when
Yeah.
they really don't mean it.
Who
cares?
So is that
I
better
love-
than meaning it? Is
I
that better
love
than
it.
I'd
No,
rather
meaning it is
have-
the ultimate. But if you could say it,
No,
if
I
you-
want
if
I
you-
want you to mean it or nothing at all. Don't give me that fake ass.
see, then we can't
apology.
move on. Then the guy
Well,
has
that's why
a
I
job
hold.
and
That's why I
everybody's
hold
fired
grudges.
and
That's why I hold
everybody's
grudges.
canceled
Hello.
and nobody moves on anymore.
You do hold a grudge, Janine.
That's why cancel culture doesn't go away, because everybody holds grudges and nobody forgives.
And let me just say, I'm sorry, Janine, that you and I don't agree.
That was so fucking fake. Go ahead.
See what I did there? It worked.
Next
I don't get it.
topic.
Man,
How long do you hold a grudge for? I want to know, Janine, what is your longest held grudge at? Like, what's the record? What's not necessarily at the moment right now? Could have been years ago. What's
the
the
doctor
longest?
for slapping you on the ass when you were born. I've
I
never
have a
forgiven.
few. I'm not gonna lie. I have a few.
Yeah, I would love to know. How many you running at the same time? 6?
I
10?
have at least two right now that honestly, if I think about it, I still get pissed off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Unfortunately, um, 2 of them I can't say on air.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you in person,
Okay.
but at least. Oh no, I'll tell you one. How about that?
Yeah, sure. All right. Whatever you want to do.
Edit where necessary with names and stuff.
It like so. You guys obviously know how I feel about strip clubs. And for the audience, I am not a fan if my husband went to them for a bachelor party. Just don't see the need to go to one. Just, I get it, it's a tradition, but there's no reason for some girl to rub her ass on your cock. Okay? He went to one.
Well, let's not say there's no reason. There's a reason.
Yeah, there's a
There's
reason.
a definite reason.
Strip clubs and dollar bills. Still got my money. So he went to one, and it was in 2000 and I want to say 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, we didn't go to one. It was in Atlantic City. He didn't go to one. Okay, fine. When he comes home, I said, how do you guys not go to one? He goes, and I see it on his face, and I see he's nervous. And I'm like, oh, what? He's like, well, they had 2 strippers in the room. Well, let me just tell you something.
Technically, he has not lied. They did not go to a strip club.
True.
Because that I do not allow.
That's
like
different.
that's
What's he supposed to do?
He's supposed to get out of the room.
I have to leave as he clutches his pearls and runs
Were you
away.
guys there? Were you guys? I don't think you guys were at this one.
No, I wasn't at that one.
Your brother was there though.
All right, don't be outing people's brothers.
Jeez.
Jesus. Holy
crap.
shit.
No, only because
You narc.
Well, let me tell you something. I literally didn't really speak to him for 2 weeks.
Your husband.
Yep.
Wow.
Probably I was gonna say something mean.
What?
Anthony knows what I was gonna say.
What?
The
Uh-oh.
best
say
2
probably
weeks
the
of his
best
life.
That's treatment, right?
You need to apologize for that. You're not the
It was-
nice
it was a-
There it is,
It
right
was a
there.
joke of
See?
opportunity.
You're
Thanks,
not the
thanks,
nice
Frank. See?
person you
Nice
want
guy,
everybody
huh?
to think you are.
It was a
Nice
joke of
guy.
opportunity. It wasn't
Mhm.
Nice
personal.
guy. Nice
That's all it
guy.
was. Okay. Keep going.
And that's just, I mean.
You still
even-
hold a grudge for that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, she brought it
do.
up right away. That was fucking 12 years ago.
And let me tell
Did
you
he say
something.
he was sorry or whatever?
He was sorry because he sent me flowers to my office.
And
Wow.
you don't forgive him.
And guess what happened? I
What?
opened roses up and they were dead.
Well, he has no control over that. The
Wait, let me
florist
ask you a
sends
question.
them.
In the card, did he include a picture of his butthole? Because I heard that that's good.
That is the ultimate
Then he's all
apology.
good. Well, let me tell you something. I was like, even the fucking flowers are dead. This is a fucking sign.
Did the card and the picture say "I love you" a whole bunch?
HOLE.
That
No,
poor man.
I do. I hold grudges. Like,
But he was sorry. Why don't you forgive him?
I forgave him after 2 weeks.
So it's
Sorta.
over. You don't have a grudge
What
anymore. It's
happened in
over.
the two? What happened in the 2 weeks? Like what?
You
what
know,
happened?
I went around slamming,
Slamming
like
doors.
slamming doors, slamming,
Ooh, the passive aggressive.
yes,
Cabinets.
Oh.
yeah, cabinets.
But what changed? So you just got tired? You got tired of being alone in the relationship?
I forgot what it was. I was like,
Was it the roses, the flowers? Did that help?
No, clearly not.
no.
Man,
I was like, thank you.
Well, okay. What would have been the way out for him? Like, if he shot you a text message and be like, "This is going on right now," would that have saved it?
Yes,
even if he had participated, even if he was there.
because he lied.
No, he didn't.
Because
No, he technically did not
whoa,
lie.
see,
didn't go
of
to a
course
club.
A guy would say this. A guy,
But he
would
told
say
you what
this.
happened. He came clean. You didn't find out. He told you, right?
I want to be on your side here, Gene, because it's Team AOA. But on the same, there is a guy code. There is a guy.
I know
code.
that exactly. I was gonna say that these two. As soon as I said, I was like, these two are not going to agree with me at all.
No,
so
but
it
he
doesn't
came-
fucking matter.
If he lied to
Wasting my
you,
breath.
if he kept it from you and you found out some other way, that's one thing. but he told you about it.
He
But
admitted
be-
it as soon
but
as
he-
he got home.
I
That's got to
mean,
be worth something.
after some pushing and prodding, it was like
Oh.
a few hours after.
Well, let's.
But
I'm
let
not
me,
here to-
I will say, he was the first one to tell me out of all the other guys who told their wives, who still didn't maybe tell their wives till this exact moment.
Boom.
No, but
dropping
it's true.
mics.
So I will say, thankfully, look, I know he's not going to do anything because of just who he is, but I still was not happy he was in that situation.
It's not like he ordered them.
I felt uncomfortable, and you know me.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want
what
to
I'm saying.
defend
It's-
him because
it's
it's
weird.
not my business, but think about how awkward that is for him. He knows what a weird thing it is. He doesn't want to leave and be called a wuss. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you'll never live that shit down. It's a tough spot for him too. He doesn't want to upset you. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, it's not like he took one of them into a room or something. He was just
You know
there.
something?
No, he was just there when it happened. That's all.
Yeah, that's the thing, and this is what women don't understand. Like it's because I've been not in that situation, but I've been in that like let's go to a strip club, and it's just like fucking shit. Like
It is to be fair to him and all guys. When you go to a strip club with your friends, it's awkward. You don't want to be in that situation. Like
You don't even get a boner in front of your friends.
Exactly. It's
No,
not
the
a
whole thing is
comfortable.
honestly,
It's a weird thing.
outside of
It's not like you're gonna go alone, but if you
No,
go with your friends, it's
but
weird.
realistically,
it's always weird.
I hope women find some comfort in this. Outside and gay men, outside of like the first couple times when you're like 18 and it's new and guys are just going to be guys and be dicks and laugh and whatever. It's really not a it's
It's
stupid.
a goof.
It's
whatever
dumb.
it
It's
is.
dumb, right?
It's so
But
stupid.
the thing is, it's like there's no like equal to women because
Well, that's not true.
Outs-
There's
That's
strip
not true
clubs
at
that
all.
women
there's strip
go
clubs
to.
for women, but it's not the same thing. Like
Well, of course, it's different.
it's different because
Stay
it's
tuned, everybody, for this double standard. Go ahead, Janine. Explain.
it's a joke. It's not like the guys are not there to get the girls off. Whereas far as you go to a strip club, that's the goal.
No, it is not.
You don't think so?
No,
Well, my stripper friend.
that's not the goal. You think a girl No, they're there to
Well,
tease
they're
them
trying
and
to get money. I mean,
to get
obviously,
money.
like,
Yeah,
but like it's a because I've been to both. Truthfully, I've been to both,
okay.
and it's just a totally different vibe. It's
While you were
a
married,
joke. Yes,
so why
with-
couldn't Guy go?
no, because it was a joke. That's the whole thing too. He doesn't care. I went for a bachelorette party.
and he see, same thing. You went because your friends took you, and he was there because
no.
his friends had set it up.
But the in the room it's different. I have to
He
agree with
didn't
that.
know.
But I have never personally like I know guys say that they can, finish in a strip club.
Ew.
I don't understand how. I
No.
can't understand how.
Negatory.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
understand that either.
I mean, you guys are probably just different.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's not-
it's
I mean,
awkward. It's weird.
you-
It's
I feel like you got to be pretty fucking pathetic to, to allow that to happen.
Well, here we go. We went totally off topic about Janine holding grudges, but yes,
Yeah.
bottom line is, I definitely hold. Like,
We-
there's more things too.
I understand because I have a grudge right now against Frank's whole fucking family for throwing stupid parties that cause me nothing but grief and anxiety. But
so don't go, you
Save that.
miserable bastard.
save
Right.
that to the end. Kanye cheated on Kim. Can you believe that?
Damn, with
He's
who?
an idiot. He's an idiot.
It's fucked up. Kanye cheated on Kim after she welcomed her first two kids. It's the inspiration to the new song Hurricane that's off the new record Donda. Multiple sources confirm the meaning behind the telling lyrics of the track. His latest album, which was released with plenty of fanfare and controversy, the song is in a way a testimony of everything he did wrong and taking accountability for their marriage breakdown, one insider said. In the song, West raps, "Here I go, acting too rich. Here I go with a new chick. And I know the truth is still playing after 2 kids. It's a lot to digest when your life always moving."
Yeah.
One source confirmed the aforementioned new chick is not that brief fling he had, Irina Shayk, despite rumors of the otherwise. The insider continued to say, if you look closer to the lyrics, he is referring to his infidelity during his marriage with Kim, even after 2 kids. The song alludes to blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I thought there was more, but that's it.
What a dummy.
Man.
What a giant dummy.
That's surprising.
And to be honest, I listened to the first 2 tracks, and I couldn't get through the second one. It was
Really?
nonsense. And
Was it like poopity scoop, or was it even better?
the first track it was literally just some woman saying "Donda" for like 2 minutes. That's all it was. It's called the Donda chant.
Oh God.
That's
I
all it
haven't listened
was.
yet.
I was like, what the hell am I doing? I couldn't. And then I was like, all right, that's just the opening thing. Fine. So I went to the second track, and it was.
Same thing.
There's nothing happening in it. He maybe did like 2 out of like a 3 or 4 minute thing. He did like I don't know, a couple of lines, and the rest of it was like, what's it called, the demo on a Casio keyboard. I was like, what am I listening to this for? I wasn't impressed. Granted, I didn't listen to the rest of it, but the first 2 songs.
Holy
like, what
crap,
am I-
there's a lot of tracks on here.
Yeah. Did you see Donda chant? That's definitely one of them, right?
That's
I wasn't
the first
like
one. Yeah, that's the
it's
first one.
pretty bad. It's just a woman going Donda, Donda,
Poopity
Donda,
scoop.
Donda.
Poopity scoop. Poopity scoop. Doopity
Pretty
doop.
much.
Does it not have an album cover? Because it's just coming up black on my Spotify right
I don't think
now.
it does. I'm not 100% sure.
None more black.
But I'm like, what am I? Come on, you can't just do anything. I guess you can, and just call it an album. I mean, how long did that take you? Donda, 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 Donda.
See, I couldn't give up on it. I'll listen to the whole damn thing.
I
By the
can't.
way, while
No,
we're on the
thanks.
topic of music, we're going to talk Elton John, and it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to share the news with everybody.
Ugh.
What?
Nice. You don't like Elton
I
John?
don't. Nah.
That's
I know what's wrong
Is
with.
it the
I-
talent or the awesome songs that you don't like?
It's too corny for like the music is like. To me, it's corny. Like I never really liked these songs. I never did. Yeah, you know them, but you're like, ugh,
Oh my God, you're
changing
crazy.
it. Okay, what's your favorite song,
Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. That's my favorite.
Frank?
I like sad songs.
You like sad songs.
What about your song? That's so fucking beautiful.
Your song's great. Rocket Man.
How could you sit there with your fucking Britney Spears catalog and pass judgment
I didn't
on
say
our-
I didn't say my music was good.
Granted.
Anyway,
It's just not me.
I have to share this with people. Bill Murray, believe it or not, Bill Murray put out a fucking 90s rock mix playlist on Spotify. It is awesome.
Really?
Awesome. Like it's got the 90s grunge hits, yes, but the deep cuts that he put on there from some of the 90s acts, so fucking good. I can't even tell
It's the
you.
stuff he likes, stuff he listens to.
It's the stuff he listens to.
Like Bill
Check it
Murray,
out.
like Groundhog's Day guy.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious right now?
Don't disrespect Bill Murray, Janine. Come on. Yeah, no, but he's. It's just. It's great. It's everything from, like Gin Blossoms and Live and Counting Crows to like Sister Hazel and For Squirrels and, he's got some like kind of really like, oh my God, I haven't heard this in like 20 something years stuff on it. It's really good.
Cool.
You have to search William Murray though. William Murray 90s rock mix. It's really good if you want to hear something fun from something fun on Spotify. Rogan's got the vid.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know this. J Sabs broke this news to me.
You didn't know?
I swear, and I love Rogan. I'll admit he's the godfather of it all. I haven't checked out an episode of his in like months. I've just been busy. I just
He was on. I saw it on Instagram, just letting people know that he went to Florida for a few shows and then came back and started to feel sick, and he has it.
And
He got tested for it, and he treated himself with the ivermectin, or the doctor gave it to him. I'm not even sure.
What's the forgive me. I don't know. I've seen it be a controversial thing, but I haven't. What's ivermectin? Why is it such
it's
a
an
controversial
animal
thing?
dewormer. It's something vets prescribe to animals to deworm them.
Yes, but you know what, Frank? I will say this. There is a
So why
medicine. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, you're right. I should. I was just. Why is that bad? If they found something that would like that, they've had success treat. What's bad about it?
I don't really know.
I
All
don't think
know is
they've,
that, like,
I don't think it's been like run through. Like it's a theory. It's like what's it called? Hydrochloroquine. It's like it's BS from what I understand, but it's like the latest thing that people think might help, but it's not. It's like a conspiracy theory type thing. What's it called?
ivermectin.
Now, was he vaccinated? Do we know?
No, I don't think he was.
So he won't take an FDA-approved vaccine.
No, that's not it. Because I saw him talk about this. He was going to do, what does he do? The fighting, the UFC, and he was scheduled to be vaccinated for the UFC. Something happened.
So he was going to be vaccinated. Okay.
Yeah, he was going to take the vaccine, and he didn't go, or it got canceled or changed or something, and then he didn't get it. But he didn't seem against it. I don't know.
Well, he said he was only really sick for one day, like bad. Like he was like, I had a bad headache and a cough, but other than that, he was fine. So, but I don't know. People are saying like, I don't know. Do you listen? Because people say that he dismissed COVID, but I don't know because I haven't listened.
I don't know
to him.
what he said about it either. But
you know what? To be fair, here's the thing, and this is, I love that we're talking about this. There's so much. My problem with all this is people just take a stand on these things, and I have such an issue with it because we're learning new stuff every single day about this, between whatever it is, COVID, and then the variants and all this shit and the vaccine. Everything is changing on a daily basis. And then people get so stuck in their ways of like, well, they believe this, so they have to believe it the rest of the way. And it's like, it's just not what this is. You got to be a little bit more fluid with this because things are going to change. And, people like, everybody got vaccinated. And then it was like, well, you can still pass it with the vaccine. And there's like some people that like refuse to believe that. And it's like, it happens.
There is people who refuse to believe that at all.
What I don't understand is that there are people who refuse to believe the vaccine, who refuse to believe the treatments, but then the same people, not everybody, but there are the same people who say, I'm not taking the vaccine, but that'll use this, whatever the hell, what's it called? Ivermectin, which has not been tested against COVID. There's no clinical trials. There's nothing. There's no data saying that this helps with COVID. Zero. But they'll take it because some people said, it might. But the FDA and all these medical websites, they're all saying, no, it doesn't. And to take something take a medicine for a different reason is dangerous. Like if I'm not sick and I take a medicine that's not prescribed to me or it's not supposed to treat me, that's a problem. You shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I'll say
but they have no problem doing that.
But there's so many medicines that have dual purposes that people don't even know.
This one's not approved for that, though.
Right, but the whole problem is with trials and stuff. It's hard to get trials. Number one, the biggest thing is money because you have to kind of like get grants to make these trials like go to light. Like meaning like you have to like give it to so many people to say that it actually works.
Like the trial they did for the vaccine.
Well, not just vaccines. It's I'm talking about medicine right now because there's a dual medicine that it's a cancer treatment, but it's also a
car motor oil.
No,
Yeah, I'm not saying that
it's an
there are
IV.
medicines.
It's like a
I'm sure there are medicines that do multiple things.
like a
Absolutely.
pregnancy treatment too. So that's the
Great.
whole thing. But
Yeah,
it's
if
not
it works-
approved for one, but it could be approved for the other, even though it's works both ways.
I really
Right.
wish you would have allowed more time for the audience to laugh after my little joke.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what you said.
Sorry.
But
Pause here.
people are taking, you're defending not having trials for ivermectin. And, oh, well, people could use it because, there's no trials for it and it's not approved. But how's it going to get approved, blah, blah, blah. When the vaccine is approved and there were trials and they've tested it and blah, blah, blah. I mean, what are the long-term effects of ivermectin? We don't know yet. Why wouldn't you
I agree. I mean, here's what I'll say too.
there's no tests for that.
This is weird though. He says that he threw the kitchen sink at it. So he took monoclonal antibodies.
Mm-hmm.
He took ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, and he also got an anti-D drip and a vitamin drip. I don't know what an anti-D drip is.
So how does he know?
Anti-D drip.
So
we don't know what worked.
We don't know
in
what
that
works.
case.
Yeah, we
if it
really don't.
worked.
But here's what's also kind of surprising. He's a really healthy guy. I'm surprised he took anything. I thought he would
just no treatments at all. Like,
I thought he would have just wrote it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are just like that too. Like, there's some people who just refuse to take medicine at all. Like my husband. Like, but me, I'm the first to be like, oh my God, give me something right now. But there's some people who just don't want to take medicine, and that's fine too. Like,
Are we on another show? Like, I feel like I'm on a different planet. Like, there's a medicine out there that you can take right
Why
now.
did he take the vaccine? Well, he can't. Well, the vaccine wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, no.
It would make it less severe.
But he wasn't that bad to begin with. That's what
he
he's
didn't
saying.
know that. He didn't know if he got it.
I don't think you can get. No, you can't get the vaccine if you have it.
No, you can't. No. It's not used to treat COVID. It's used to prevent the effects from being severe and prevent you from going to hospital if you get it. That's what the vaccine does. It boosts your immune system so you're able to fight it.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember the last I left with him. I'm trying to see if I can find if he's vaccinated or not. Last I left off with him is that he was going to get it, and then he didn't. It wasn't for any it was a circumstantial thing. Like he just didn't get it.
I mean, if he was getting it, that's one thing, and he's all for it. But I don't understand why anybody would take.
He's definitely been skeptical of it. I know that. I know he's had
that's what I thought. Maybe
some people on that have been skeptical of it.
So how is
I don't
he
think there's
skeptical
anything
of
wrong
it?
with being skeptical of the vaccine,
which is fine.
Yeah.
But why are you skeptical of a vaccine that's approved and has been working very well, proven to be working very well, but you'll just take a friggin' dewormer without any hesitation? That's not been tested. Why wouldn't he be skeptical about that?
I don't know.
Maybe because he thinks that there's not harmful products in there that could hurt him at all. I don't know. You
think a antibiotic that kills parasites in your body, there's nothing harmful in there? Is
a dewormer an antibiotic? I don't know.
I think so. Well, whatever it is, an anti-parasite. I don't know what they call it. Anti-parasite.
According to Variety, on an April episode, he said, "I'm not an anti-vax person. In fact, I said I believe they're safe, and I encourage many people to take them." But he has had people see, and that's the thing. I think you can say, "Go get the vaccine," but I also think you can be skeptical of it. And I also think that it's okay to have these open conversations because
absolutely.
How do you discover if something is really bad or not? You know what I mean?
I totally agree. Be skeptical, ask questions, but at what point? I mean, if all these questions don't satisfy you at a certain point, then what's the point? Like what if you're no matter what the answer to these questions are, if you're just I'm not taking it, then why even ask the questions? There's no answer that's going to satisfy. It's like flat Earth. Once we give you proof, you should be like, okay, but once we give flat Earth as proof, the thing is, well, that's fake. Well, that's fake. well,
I
that's
agree.
fake.
I think there's only one thing that we have proof of now is that you physically cannot go to Florida without getting COVID. I think as
That's
soon as
probably the truth.
you go there, you are getting that shit.
This is the
They
COVID capital of the country.
love themselves some vid down there in Florida.
Yep. But like, I mean,
Vidrida, I think is they're going to change the name of the state to.
Right.
eventually there has to be an answer that satisfies you, and people just go, yeah, I can't argue with it anymore. Let's get it. Or, I don't understand why it's such a battle. I really don't.
It's a lot of crazy out there, Frank. Did you see this weatherman video?
No. Which one?
This guy.
Can we show it?
Yeah, I'll show it. This guy's doing a weather report on MSNBC, and you have to watch this. I'll hold it up.
Mississippi, are you in, and what are you seeing?
I have seen this.
Look behind him as this truck pulls up.
Mississippi, Craig, and I'll tell you the biggest sign, the biggest indicator that I saw this morning about the force of the storm last night is that the mail delivery has returned. We saw postal workers going out delivering mail this morning. Just a couple of minutes ago, people were walking their dogs. They're back on the beach right now, and that's the sense that you're getting.
Here comes
Watch
crazy.
the psychopath come up. Look at him running.
Wind is still going there. I think we even have a random person going around. I'm going to turn this way because, we deal with some people every once in a while. But, one thing that we are noticing is that the mayor said the curfew is still in effect. The curfew is going to be going on for at least until a period of time in which they can go ahead and survey all the damage. They did get some reports of some down power lines, of some trees that have fallen, or at least limbs that have fallen. So they're going to go ahead and do that survey to make sure that they're okay. Craig, I'm going to toss it back to you because we have a person who needs a little help right now.
Hey.
What's wrong with people, man? Jeez, this guy's doing a weather report about a hurricane.
What was
Leave
he
him
mad
alone.
at? What was he mad at?
He was
How
just,
life
he
is
was,
treating him.
He was basically he was screaming, "Report accurately! Report accurately!"
What? I mean, it's weather.
He's a weather truther. That's
Right.
the thing.
I mean, I don't blame him.
The government's trying to control us with weather. I'm on this guy's side because I think these weathermen are out of control.
Hired by the government.
Yeah,
Crazy weathermen. They got to be reined in.
my wife brings up a good
Unintended.
point. Remember that? I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. I was
You're
too
an
busy.
ass. Step on my fucking joke. I said these crazy weathermen got to be reined in. Pun intended.
No.
But
No, but my wife brought up, remember that video of the weatherman? He's like leaning up against the wind, like walking, and then somebody just starts walking behind him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's plenty of that. Sure.
I think this guy's seen that video one too many times.
Right.
He's pissed.
Yeah. Yelling at the guy is not going to change him.
Yelling at the guy is not going to change. By the way, there's a warrant out for that guy's arrest now. That's how
No.
crazy. Yeah, I think the guy's just
Because
mentally
he approached
unstable.
him like, who knows what happened when they cut to back to the studio. Because the guy went right up to the weatherman. We don't know if there was any altercation, physical thing.
Yeah, there's a warrant out for his arrest right now. That guy.
Good.
But this is what's so crazy. Like, I get people getting nutty over politics because that just breeds nuttiness. It's a fucking, like Janine said, it's the weather. I mean,
Yeah.
And he also wasn't. If you really listen to what the guy's saying, he's like, there's some down power lines. Like he wasn't being.
They're going to assess the
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
he wasn't going above and beyond.
It's because people are nuts, and they get this fake news in their heads, and they go, "Oh, I see a van with a news thing. I gotta go be a
But
new
it's
lunatic
weather.
in the camera." It's like just stop.
Yeah.
Bunch of friggin' nut jobs out there, man.
Absolutely nutty. Speaking of nut jobs, Jay Leno, he's back.
I'm
on
sorry.
TV.
I'm sorry, but before we go to Jay Leno, I just want to say this one thing. Have you ever seen? I think this happened last year or the year before. There was that weather reporter. It was an older guy, like with a beard and whatever, old, maybe like in his 60s or 70s, and he was like late to the report. Like they cut to him, and he was in a drive-through at McDonald's, and he was ordering like a fish sandwich. That is my favorite. He was like,
Oops.
"Yeah, I'm gonna give you the report." He was live on TV. "I'm gonna give you the report, but I just gotta order some breakfast here. I've been here all day. Let me get a fish sandwich. Too early for a fish sandwich."
Oh my god.
That's my favorite guy.
I love fish sandwich weather guy. He is the
Right.
best.
So Jay Leno.
Leno's coming back to TV.
What?
Yeah.
Prime time.
I'm surprised he didn't try and get that Jeopardy job.
it's in the form of a question.
What?
If
Oh,
Webb
I
Mavis
liked it.
was here.
I like Jay Leno.
Do you?
Really?
I did. I did. I did.
Man, they were very likable.
Yeah, I got one fan. It's pretty good.
They're doing a revival of You Bet Your Life, and he's going to be hosting.
Okay.
Oh, I bet you guys don't even know what You Bet Your Life is.
No.
Nope.
Hosted by Groucho Marx. Back in the black and white days, it was in like the 50s or 60s.
They'll make this a
And-
racial. Oh, okay. go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Black and white television.
Got it.
And it was a trivia show. They brought contestants on, and it was just answer trivia. It was the host and the guest like face to face, and it was just answer these questions. The money builds up, and then there's teams. It's just a trivia show. You Bet Your
Okay.
Life.
Now,
But it was funny because Groucho Marx would throw in his jokes and his sense of humor through the whole thing. Don't know if Jay Leno can carry it, but we'll see. It's good, Groucho Marx.
Yeah.
I get the better chin. Now, in the article that announced that Jay Leno is going to bring back the show in the Los Angeles Times, it specifically says, in March, Leno apologized to the Asian American community for the many gags he's made about Koreans eating dogs.
Oh my God.
How long do you think he's going to hold this job for?
I think he's already been fired. I'm kidding.
Anthony.
Oh my God. No.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, no, that's a tough one. All right, so he's apologized. As long as he's up, we lost Janine.
He did. He apologized.
I'm
He
back.
said to any Koreans I've offended, I'd like to take you out for a nice Rottweiler dinner.
No.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't see you.
Okay. It'll come back in a minute. That's what she said.
So, one of my favorite jokes. This is back in the 50s when you can't say anything crazy on TV.
Uh-oh. You sure you want to say this?
No, that's fine. Groucho, of course, he's always had this. I love Groucho. He's my favorite. And we lost Janine. So he's on the show, and this woman says she has, I forget the number, but it was like 15 kids or something like that. And she's like, oh, everybody has their thing. You like your cigars, right? And he goes, I like my cigar, but I take it out of my mouth every now and then. And that was like a big controversial statement that he said.
Wait, what was the first part?
She goes, oh, everybody has their vices. I like my husband. And he goes, I like my cigar too, but I take it out of my mouth every now and then. Because she had like 15 kids. And back then, to say something like that on TV,
that was taboo.
it was like a huge thing. And it was like, I don't know if he didn't get in trouble or anything, but it was like, it's on YouTube. You can see a lot of his episodes are on YouTube. You Bet Your Life. It's hysterical. I've watched a bunch of them. They're great.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. McConnell defends Joe Biden. You shocked by this?
I'm very shocked.
Wow.
Well,
But-
I don't think he's a big. Do your McConnell, Frank.
Well, I think that you can't really impeach a president. I'm not saying he commits a crime. And I don't think he committed a crime. Has anyone seen my shell?
Oh God.
I don't think that it's very nice. They were laughing at me.
He's definitely doing that in bed tonight.
Come here, honey.
This is what Erin gets off on the
Come
McConnell.
here.
She's like, can you do McDonald tonight? And he's like, I'm gonna do Trump. She's like, oh,
I got to
okay,
tell you,
fine.
Trump or McConnell is an instant bucket of ice water in the bedroom.
Oh.
Instant. It's
I
like,
disagree.
But no, I mean, because you can't. I mean, if they, there's nothing that he did. He didn't commit any crimes, so you can't impeach.
Well,
Biden.
I think this is just the fucking left talked about impeaching Trump every 3 minutes, and now the
And they
right
did
just do
twice.
The same.
Well,
That's true.
here we go.
Succeeded twice. What do you want?
I didn't think about that. I was just trying to make the point that they're just going tit for tat here.
Well,
No.
there's no tit. There can't be no tat.
What
What tat? There's no tit.
There's no tat.
Clear history.
Irish Trouble be a
No tit for tat.
Who was the other one that we were saying it was
Well,
defending
Graham. I
Biden
don't know.
too?
Who? I don't know.
The crazy
Oh,
Republican
Ann
girl.
Coulter.
Yeah, the world's
Oh.
office axis. If Ann Coulter's defending a Democrat president, it's just
Not only defending
lost our shit.
Biden, but talking shit about Trump in the same instance. She tweeted out that, Biden is the only one after 20 years who had the balls to do what he said he was going to do, which was take the troops out of Afghanistan. Trump said for 4 years he was going to remove the troops, and he didn't do it. And here's his tweet saying that he did it, that he was going to do it. And Biden was the only one that had the balls to do it. That was Ann
Technically
Coulter's.
true, but I feel as if Joe Biden gets credit just because he handed the big salad over. He didn't pay for it.
He didn't pay for the big salad. You had to have the big salad.
You had to have the big troop withdrawal.
Right.
Elton John. I am so excited whenever I could break this kind of news to Frank.
Oh, good.
This sounds wonderful. I only saw a tidbit of this.
What is this? Elton John and Metallica?
If it is. Oh. I knew they worked together on something. I didn't know how it was going to come out.
Oh, did you know? Because you didn't know
Oh.
when we talked about a pre-show.
Well, the only thing I knew was that Elton John did a track with Miley Cyrus when she covered "Nothing Else Matters," Metallica song. That he was on that. I didn't know he did it something else. So
that was it. That's it.
Oh, so this is part of that album.
This is part of that album. It's Miley Cyrus featuring Watt, W-A-T-T, Elton John, Yo-Yo Ma, Robert Trujillo, who's
Metallica
the bass
bassist.
player in Metallica, and Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I want to hear that.
I actually had the pleasure of interviewing. I actually had the pleasure of interviewing Chad Smith. Wound up ignoring him the entire time. Wasn't my fault.
Why did you do that? Did you think it was Will Ferrell?
It was unintentional. Yeah, I did.
Wow.
He was a sweetheart of a guy. But this record is crazy. Elton John and Dua Lipa.
Ooh.
Nice.
The Cold Heart remix. I actually heard that the other day. It's really good.
Cool.
I don't know
He's
that one.
with Young Thug and Nicki Minaj on Always Love You. Does Learn to Fly with Surfaces. After All with Charlie Puth.
Was it him or was it Billy Joel? One of them said, I always get their interviews mixed up, but one of them said, I'm done writing music. I'm just going to play what I know and what I have. Was that
That's
Billy Joel? Okay.
Yeah, Billy Joel's not written a new.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Thank God.
A long time.
You don't like Billy Joel either?
I don't.
Ugh,
So
come on.
it was a joke in my office that I did not like Elton John or Billy Joel, and how could I not like Billy Joel since I moved to Long Island? But I don't. Again, I think I think those songs are like very corny. Like
We didn't start the fire? Ah. How as accurate as that impression was.
Thank you.
I don't know what's better, Frank McConnell or your Billy Joel.
We can have a duet. Space Monkey Mafia.
No, I like it when you end. That's the best part.
It's just
That is a
like,
hidden bonus track.
It's just not my style of music. Like people love country music and people love like
I understand. I
what's
get
that music? What's that like band that everybody loves that's like it's country like chicken fried toes in my sands or something bullshit like
Zach Brown?
yeah.
Zach Brown, Brother Osborne. I mean,
Not me. Zach Brown.
All right, you might not enjoy it, you might like
No.
it, but can you appreciate the fact that it's talent and it's good, but you might not like it? It's just not your speed.
Wow.
But can you appreciate that it's at least
Doesn't look like she can,
deserves
Frank.
recognition?
I mean,
Doesn't look like it.
There's talent there, and there's good.
people love it, but it's just I don't think
It might
it's
not
all
be
that
for
great.
you.
I just
sure.
don't think it's all that great. Maybe.
You
Maybe
think it's way overrated?
I think it's over. I think the Zach Brown band is way overrated. But then again, I don't like country, even though it's the number one. Is it still the number one music in the U.S.? Like,
Tis.
like, That's
don't
just
know.
like I can't get into that. Like
Is country more popular than hip hop? I feel like hip hop is more
no,
popular.
I think still country is more
Pretty
popular
sure
than hip hop.
country is the number one genre. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
You know what? Lil Nas X is on this. I can't stand.
Oh, I
Overrated.
like him. I think he's hysterical.
No, I think he's a great.
He's a wow factor. That's what
I
he does it
appreciate.
for.
Yeah, I could appreciate that, but that that
Maybe.
song sucks.
I like that. It's catchy.
Ugh.
I don't think it's great. I don't think it's great, but it's catchy.
You think it's better than Piano Man?
Oh god, fucking hate Piano Man.
Scenes
I
from an
know him.
Italian restaurant.
Oh,
Vienna.
So good. What about The Stranger? Stranger gets no
Oh.
respect.
Stranger's a great
I
song.
don't even know which one that is.
You should check out The Stranger. See if you like it.
You know what my boss used to do? He used to play
But Allentown.
both those artists, Elton John and Billy Joel, from his office to annoy me, just to see my face, look up in disgust, and be like, oh, "Come on, man, really?"
Listen to The Stranger. Downeaster Alexa is a good one.
Oh, great.
That's a freaking great song.
That's my favorite song.
Listen to that one.
Yeah.
Write them down. I don't see you writing.
Oh, you know what else is good I like? Again, not a bigger hit, but Zanzibar.
Ooh.
Zanzibar is a good.
Oh god,
Yeah,
what are you
going
guys
deep.
like in your fucking 60s liking this
We
shit?
appreciate good music no matter what the genre, what the age. Just like movies. We like movies from before we were born.
I actually think that Billy Joel might be the most popular thing that I like. Because usually I don't like things that are super like overly popular,
Are you
but I
too cool?
fucking can't get it. Not because of that.
Shut up. You like the Beatles.
Like
true.
the thing is, like
You like
if
the
you go
Rolling
to a-
Stones.
if you
Yep.
go to a Billy Joel concert, like you're not going to be able to like grind up. Like your wife's not going to be able to grind up on you
They
on a
don't
Billy
go
Joel
there
concert.
for that. They don't go there.
Is that your requirement for a good concert?
That's the
Yeah.
only way it's good. And you have problems with strip clubs? Come on.
Yeah.
I'm grinding on my husband only though.
You could go to a strip club and grind on your husband.
To Billy Joel
Um,
music.
I have to
I don't
mention
think
this
they're gonna
too.
fix
Gorillas.
Uptown girl.
Gorillas.
On this record. Eddie Vedder, Stevie Wonder, Stevie Nicks, and Glenn Campbell. So really
Wow.
like a crazy eclectic mix.
Oh man, when is this coming out?
Soon. It's called the Lockdown Session. So I'm assuming he did this October 22nd. It comes out.
Okay.
Oh, just in time for our birthdays.
There you go.
That's
Happy
wonderful.
birthday.
Oh, I'm in. I'm getting that. See, there are certain artists where I will actually physically buy the album, and that's probably when I'll buy.
Yeah,
Like
which is-
Metallica, whenever they come out with an album, I will go to their website and I will buy the
Of
CD.
course. You downloaded it from. You won't download it from Napster, right?
No, I'll download it from their site, or I'll get the CD.
Okay.
You're gonna have to apologize for that later on, Janine.
I know. They don't.
Sensitive topic.
Said very sensitive.
I don't buy Dave Matthews Band records anymore. Stream it.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I buy them because usually they come with stuff. You get stuff that you wouldn't get. You know, you get the.
Oh, like
the
you're
Wait a
buying the
minute. What
deluxe
is the
editions?
next? Frank's brother's birthday is bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
missing a few apostrophes there, but that's all right.
Just go over this topic. That's so rude.
We don't do apostrophes on this show.
Oh,
first
okay.
of all.
Okay, so why is his birthday bullshit?
Well, if everybody remembers, the
There you go.
last time there
Oh,
was
God.
a birthday
Awkward.
involved, there was it was Frank's sister-in-law's birthday.
My brother's wife, yes. In
We
this
had this
situation,
big party, and we all thought
You know,
we were,
a dinner at a restaurant, big party. Go ahead.
well, didn't we, well, it was.
it was like 2 hours in a restaurant. Relax.
Yeah, but it was COVID. We had a private room. I feel like that's
That's
a big
true.
to do. That was a
It's a
party.
to-do. It's an event.
Your brother wound up picking up the tab, which we spoke about, I think, for like a week and a half on this podcast.
We did. Couldn't get over it.
Couldn't get over
wonderful.
because that had to be a hell of a bill. By the way,
I
Frank
saw that bill.
never told me how much it was.
Oh my god, you people are still
It's
on
not
this.
my
Okay,
business.
awkward.
I can't do that. That's etiquette.
Yeah, but I hate it because I don't like owing people. I feel very uncomfortable about.
You
the
don't
whole thing.
owe.
Just tell him to meet you at a glory hole. Go ahead.
What makes you think you owe him?
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
I at least owe him a picture of my butthole. That's at the very
Well,
that's the
that-
least I could do.
That's
I mean,
a given.
at least an updated one.
Now, all right. So now I go to find. What is it? It's fucking Wednesday. Now I go to find out that, Frank's sister-in-law is now going to return the favor by throwing it to do for Mike, his brother, Frank's brother, who picked up the tab on the thing. And it's on a fucking boat.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
That you can't be a boat invitation 2 days before. Like, people need to prepare for these sorts of things.
Like,
This is
what? Are you
bullshit.
driving it?
What do you have to prepare?
Okay, first of all, so I go to my wife goes, oh, it's on a boat at the Nautical Mile, which is very far for me. First of all,
It's closer than most things we go to.
That's okay. Go ahead.
no, it's not. Freeport might as well be in fucking Queens.
No. Queens is like a half hour past Freeport, 20 minutes.
So I go, oh, that means the food's gonna be shit. She goes, I don't think there's food. I go, there's no fucking food. I go, then what is it? Oh, there's drinks and stuff. And I'm like, so now we're going to a fucking floating bar. Like, why don't
We're
we
going
just
to
go
a boat, and then
go
we're
to a
going to a
bar.
restaurant afterwards.
Right.
Oh, we're going to a restaurant. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. We're going to a restaurant afterwards.
Yeah, the boat is like a couple hours. We get off the boat, and we go to a restaurant.
Oh, so I'll see you guys at the restaurant then. I'm skipping the fucking boat.
Okay.
What, I gotta
Yeah.
float around to have a fucking cocktail? How much is that drink gonna be? $17.50 now to have a fucking.
You're just
Welcome-
a cheap bastard. Is what you
Welcome
are.
to New York.
What, the
Let's have
free
it
the
on a
free
boat.
dinner at the last party wasn't enough?
What?
The free dinner at the last party wasn't enough for you to pay for a drink
Well,
at this
I'm
one?
glad you brought it up because here's the worst part. Now I have to fucking go to this because I owe the goddamn guy, and I
You
gotta
don't owe
pretend
him
like,
anything.
oh, we're on a boat. Look how great it is. Oh, there's fucking water. Oh, I'm getting sick. This is so
Do
wonderful.
you really think my brother paid for dinner because you wanted everybody in the room to owe him?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, probably. No.
No.
Oh
I don't think he
God.
did that. I think he did that with the added bonus that he knew I'd be pissed that I'd have to wind up on a fucking boat a year and a half later.
He had nothing to do with this. His wife put this together.
By the way, have you ever been on a boat in Long Island? It's what is this boat called? The SS COVID? And how fucking there's going to be no
It's
social
just-
distancing on this
It's
goddamn
just us.
thing.
It's not a huge
Wait,
2,000 people.
it's
on
a
boat.
private boat?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%.
No,
on
it's
that.
not a private boat.
Is it not private?
I'm
No.
less comfortable with that because that means
Well,
that
bring your mask.
nobody is qualified.
Sorry.
What?
I just put my foot down and I hit the dog.
Oh,
Sorry, Pooch.
Let me call Peter.
All right.
was he
He's
looking
okay.
peanut butter off? Never mind.
He's
Are
okay.
you looking forward to this, Janine? You act like you're excited. Like, oh, it's on a boat.
Sorry, Pooch.
I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah. You like celebrating your birthday too. You
Well,
have a
here's the
lot
thing.
of
Yeah, you don't.
issues.
Here's the thing. You don't like celebrating birthdays. Well, I do.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
They're an inconvenience.
You're an inconvenience.
Hello. It's a night away from your kids. Like, hello, aren't you happy?
Yeah, you're
Be
out
happy.
doing something.
Not really, because my kids go to bed at like 7, so every night's a night away from them.
Yeah, but you get to like go out from them, get away from them. That's
see?
healthy.
Why can't we just go to a bar? Why do we have to? We can go to a waterside bar. So
So
we
are you
can look
afraid
at
of the water? You
No, I'm
afraid
not
of being
afraid
on
of
a
the.
boat?
I'm not afraid of the water. Here's what I don't like: this idea of like, look how great this is because we're on a fucking boat. It's like it's a fucking boat. We could be on land and looking at water. Same shit.
You just have no sense of doing something special. We
Doing
have a
something
friend.
different. How about
It's
doing
not
something
special.
different?
That's what I'm saying. You're
Doing something
illustrating
different.
my point. It's
It is
not
special.
special.
It's nice.
Not special.
We have a friend of ours that can't swim. And I want to see his reactions. He's
Now,
probably
if
going to
we're
be there
gonna
and he's
throw
going to
him
be
off
happy.
the side of the boat for kicks, then
There
I'm
you
down.
go.
That's
See?
something fun.
We could plan that.
Is he gonna make it? Is he not gonna make it? Now there's some
Place your
entertainment.
bets.
That's
Place your
entertainment.
bets.
That's a
No more
party.
bets.
So
That's a
if
party.
if there's the chance of that, 50% chance of that, are
Yeah.
you a little happier now?
This whole look, we're floating thing. Get the fuck. Stop it with that shit.
So you have no interest in boats whatsoever.
Well, all right. To my defense, I was involved in a boat wedding, and it was horrific. It
Okay.
was the worst.
See,
So how
that's
about just
different.
meet us for dinner then?
I
Yeah,
think I was
don't go
gonna
on the
meet
boat.
you guys for dinner.
And
What?
miss the fun.
By the way, okay, but here we have to pay to be on the boat. We
So
have
does
to
everybody.
pay to be. We would
Again,
have to pay to be in a
you're cheap.
bar.
Oh my God. It's
What
something
if there's a cover?
different.
Some bars have covers.
Yeah, I don't go to those bars.
That's true.
If you're same thing. If you're pretentious enough to, we have to charge you to just be in here. Well,
Oh.
go fuck yourself. What am I, fucking 22? I don't give
And
a shit.
above all of this is not a night, as hard as it is for you to believe, about you. This is
Frank,
not about you.
Frank.
This is about what my brother might want.
Can you let him down gently a little bit?
No.
Well,
he's
then
an
why
ex.
was I invited?
You know,
Okay,
your brother
Because
who
he
loves,
wants you there.
who loves fishing, and
let's
being on
tackle.
boat.
Well, let's
Exactly.
tackle that. Let's tackle that because I
ahead.
know your brother. I don't think your brother wants to be on a fucking boat. He'd rather be at the Mets game, trying to see if the GM made it there or not. In a
We'll
straight
go to a
line.
Mets game too down the line.
That's something your brother would
It's
want.
only
to
September
fucking,
1st. Well, we'll go next season. He's not going to go now.
Well, I'm just saying this doesn't sound like like your brother was even thought of throughout this whole process.
He loves to be on the boat. He'll love it. It's
Does
his-
he?
He likes to be on the
Yeah.
open water. He really does. How come I only know him like half the amount of time that you know him and I know this?
Hold on. I know he likes to fish. Will we be fishing on this boat?
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think so.
He likes to fish, which 50% happens on a boat.
Right.
I don't know if those numbers are right. Probably more than that.
75. 76 actually.
Could be.
I don't like this expectation of look how fucking special this is on a boat. It's not fucking special.
Wait, are you
Yes.
kidding me? Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious right now?
You're just a miserable bastard. That's all it comes down to. You just don't. You don't like fun. Fun. You don't open to new experiences. You have a closed mind. You don't want to experience something new and fun that is pleasurable for someone else. I feel bad for your wife.
That's besides the point. That goes without saying.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that your brother wants. I think if your brother wants to be on a boat, he wants to be fishing. Outside of that, he would like to be at a baseball game.
If he didn't want to be on the boat, he wouldn't do the boat party.
Right.
He would
I don't
veto
think he had a choice in the matter.
maybe, but
I
he
think
would
much
veto it.
like your wife and Janine's husband, he's in a marriage where he has no control and is just,
You're an ass.
On that note,
You think this is a good idea, Janine?
I see nothing wrong with this.
I see nothing.
see nothing wrong with this. I think that this is something different. Can you hear me?
I can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you. We're not seeing you very well.
It's something different. I mean,
It's different. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna get drunk. We'll throw our friend overboard who can't swim. It'll be great.
If we're gonna throw him overboard, then that's exciting. Then we have something to bet on.
maybe someone will take a picture of that butthole. You never know. The night.
Might be a few butthole shots.
Right.
Mm.
Or, well, when you're on the water, it's porthole. We got to be nautical now.
You're so nautical, Frank.
Right in
If
the
so-
aft.
If somebody
You're so naughty, Frank.
if somebody explains fucking starboard and port to me, I'm fucking punching them in the face. I'm telling you right now.
Do you not know the difference?
I know the difference. I hate
Don't
when
care.
people get on boats and then they're like, okay, here's the other thing with boats. Have you ever noticed this?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If I'm walking down the street and I pass a stranger on the other side of the street, if you're walking down the street,
Oh my god.
on the other side of the street, nobody else on the street except for one person on the other side of the street, do you wave to that person?
Yes.
No.
No, you don't.
You don't.
It's
If you're-
just etiquette. It's just etiquette.
If you're on
boat.
a fucking boat, all of a sudden you
It's
got to
just-
wave to everybody else
You know
fucking
why?
see.
Because you're having such a good time. You
Right.
want to. You're so happy to acknowledge the other person's having a good time. It's like a high five. Like, hey, look at us all both having a good time. When you're walking down the street, you're just walking down the street. When you're on boats, you're probably having fun on that boat. You're
I
not
don't
just getting from point A to point B mostly.
I don't think so.
You're probably doing it for some sort of pleasure.
This is like when we were younger, and it's like
Janine wants
hey-
to go, so Janine. I mean,
I know that's why I'm dragging this out.
good.
It's like, hey, you want to go to that bar that's like really hard to get to, and it's like you got to climb up like 14 fucking flights of stairs, and then
this
drinks
is
are
not
so.
that.
And then you get there, and you're like, isn't this fun? And you're like, fuck no, it's not fucking fun.
Yeah,
Why can't we
but
go to
this
the
is
fucking
easy to
sports
get to.
bar that was close and easy to be at?
This is easy to get to. Number one. Number two, you don't have to climb 14 flights of anything.
The nautical
walk onto-
mile is easy to get to.
Yeah.
No. Even my
Okay.
wife agreed with me on that, and she's not happy with me at all at the moment.
It's easy to get to if you live in a town or two away from it.
Yeah,
Is this
you
close
do.
to you, Janine? No, it's close to
Um,
Frank, I thought.
Yeah, it's close. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is why he's so happy to fucking be
No,
there.
I don't care where it is. If it was where you live, it was out all the way out there where you live, I'd go and it'd be fun.
I have a hard time imagining that if 3 weeks ago I asked your brother, where would you love to have your 40th birthday party? He would have told me on a fucking boat in Freeport.
Oh my god.
Again, you're just a miserable bastard.
I'm not miserable. I have a
What party would make you happy?
I
No
have a-
party?
no, a truthful party. A party that he would really truly enjoy because it's definitely not this.
Like what? What would you? What if you were planning his party?
Oh, look,
Oh
there's another
my
boat,
God.
everybody. Let's wave to them. Oh, look, they're waving back
So
to us.
you are not
how
a
much
fan.
fucking fun
Obviously,
this
you're not
is.
a fan of being on the open water.
Isn't this fun? We're fucking
Yeah, you're-
waving at each other.
You're obviously afraid of the water, the open water.
I'm
being
not
on
afraid of the
boats.
water. I love
And you're
boats.
trying
I
to
love
cover it up.
cruises. It's all a blast.
You're trying to cover up your fear, and that's okay. It's nothing to be
See,
ashamed of.
I love the water and I like being on a boat. So
Samesies.
maybe I'm bougie. That's it.
That's right. I'm telling you, you're
Boats,
gonna have a good time.
Boats, pumps, caffeine.
Boats
Come
and
on, a
hose.
boat.
Boats and hose.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is one of those things where you're gonna get there and you're gonna enjoy yourself, and you're not gonna admit it,
Yeah.
but you know you're gonna enjoy yourself.
Yep. I know. I can't believe. He's got to be kidding me, right, Frank?
Do
Is
I
he
have to
kidding
get
me?
dressed up for this?
I don't
No,
know.
right?
Oh
You
my
gotta
God.
wear like
gotta
a
wear a
captain's
button down.
outfit. White
Yep.
pants, blue jacket, captain's hat.
Maybe I'll wear a captain's hat. That would actually be fun.
See, you make it fun. It's only as life is what you
Yeah,
make
is
of
the
it.
boat called the Stugotz? Asking for a friend.
It might be.
Can I do a motivational dance like Michael Scott did?
You can do whatever you want, buddy.
It's time.
All right, appreciate you guys watching and are listening. Thank you so much. Don't forget to grab yourself some Jumpstart Coffee Company. They have 3 incredible coffees.
Right. Not
Okay.
Hero Soap, but Jumpstart. Thanks.
What did I say this time? Did I say?
You said it. You got it.
I got it right?
This time.
Score this time. This is why I don't want to be on a boat with you people criticizing me all the time. The medium roast, the dark roast, the espresso blend, the light roast. And Frank, you were asking about the decaf. Yes, they do have it.
Very
And they
nice.
all benefit the Navy SEALs and the Navy SEAL Foundation. So purchase a bag or 2 or 70.
Nice.
70 bags, and you could be on the show.
Don't make that promise, because someone will do it.
Promise made. If you buy 70 bags, you get to host the next show.
Wow.
It'll be Frank and Janine and not me because I'll have been thrown overboard.
You are getting thrown overboard with that attitude, mister.
And I got to tell you, if you hope to stay afloat, shave the beard, because that's going to absorb all the water, and
Exactly.
you're going to sink like a stone.
Let me tell you something. Do you know who's going to thank me for what I just did? One person. And his name is Mike.
Okay.
He's going to be like,
This
thank you.
party's happening,
I'm
whether
glad
you
somebody said it.
whether you or he like it or not.
You're going to be like this. My wife doesn't listen to me at all. ever."
Party's happening.
God.
This is practically Deanna party, birthday party, part 2. Okay.
Telling you, Mike's going
Brother's
to love
gonna be
this.
scrunched in the corner watching the Met game on a little fucking on a little phone screen,
Your little phone screen.
on a flip phone because his wife doesn't let him even have a smartphone.
Oh God. Bye.
Jumpstart Coffee Company, link in the description below, or click the banner at anthonyonair.com. Janine has to go and abuse her husband further. I'm going to check in with a lot of people after this episode. Guy, Aaron, Mike.
Yeah, you're not going to check in with anybody
No.
because you don't care about anybody else.
Your dad, your
So-
mom.
Try and come up with it. Wait, can't Ida get us out of this? Isn't Ida this? I saw
No,
tornadoes in
bye.
Jersey. This
Ida's
sounds
gone.
Yeah,
dangerous.
tonight. Bye.
Ida's
Long
gone
gone
by the
Long
weekend,
gone.
buddy.
Bye.
Nice try, though.
Ida could come back.